Welcome, everyone, to Blood from a Stone. That's right. It's time for some horror RPGs on a Friday night. So last week was our 13th session. A couple weeks before that was Friday the 13th. Tonight has no cool 13 thing attached to it. But that's okay, because we'll still roll some.
But there are 3 players.
Yes, and
Three
there's
is
10
a witching
what?
number.
3's the witching number? It's like a couple.
There's one DM and 3 players.
Ooh, now that is some straight up numerology, because you're just picking and choosing to make it work. Very good. Well, yes, my name is Philip.
3 is a power number.
3 is a power number. My name's Philip. I am your Dread Master for the evening. We have some wonderful players. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
Oh, player.
Hello, players.
And viewers.
We have actually all because we Lauren. Why don't you tell us who you'll be playing tonight?
I am Oksana Smirnov. She is a transfer student from Russia. She wrestles. She's very strong. And she is very aggressive. When she has to be. She might have a soft side. We haven't seen yet.
We've yet to see a soft side, but it could be there. Zane, why don't you tell us who you are?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Kenny Spencer. I used to be the manager down at the Paradise Footwear Company at the mall. And, something weird is going on there for sure. But anyway, I consider myself as a pretty chill guy. I kind of look like maybe somebody from 90s grunge, even though that may not exist at this point. But I got this thing with fire. I don't know about you guys, but I like fire.
I like Kenny because he doesn't really fit in any boxes.
Only shoe boxes.
Only shoe boxes. Hey now. And then yes, Liv, if you would like to introduce your.
I am Dahlia Frey. I am a college student. A bit of a I'm forgetting my words. A prodigy on the stage for my last performance. Very frazzled and tired of everyone dying around me.
Yes, Dahlia is our by a mile. Dahlia is our longest-lived character in this campaign that has extremely high turnover rates. Not only does the cast change each week, we have literally never had the same cast week to week in this game. And I don't know that we necessarily ever will. This exact same player lineup between 2 weeks. But yes, we also have a huge amount of PC death. And last week was no exception. We lost a couple as yet another dread storm has swept over the town of Paradise and reshaped the landscape much more significantly. Dahlia, the college student, is a fabulous performer, but she has attracted the love of the Dark Lord of this domain of dread, an entity called the Stone Man, who has literally put her in a tower to keep her safe.
We've never learned his name.
As far as you know, he is called the Stone Man. Yes. You have never heard anything else other than that or the Dark Lord or the enemy. So Dahlia is there. Meanwhile, there is this renegade angel in town. His name is Monsieur Etienne René, and he lives the life of kind of a gentleman of leisure, but he has many darker purposes and a very violent streak that can be pretty upsetting when he kills people kind of for no reason. He actually took a swing at Dahlia and was unable to bring her down himself, but she soon fell to a horror surge that was happening right after her play. He has kind of gathered together various people who've undergone this ritual that ties their consciousness to this plane rather than letting it drift off into the mist that surrounds the town. And both Oksana and Kenny are individuals who, actually both of the previous memories they have were of being killed by a vampire in the woods in the same event, because one time a vampire ate pretty well. Hopfin got to consume 2 people at once, and it went pretty well for Hopfin the vampire, the sort of German androgynous vampire. So the 2 of you are have now begun experiencing these memories. Kenny's has kind of happened. He made it through this, and he remembered what had happened to someone named Buster, a sort of an amateur ghost hunter and professor. And he's made his way to Monsieur René's. But Oksana, you have also been taken after coming into these memories outside of the penitentiary, where the horror surged and dread stormed, and the penitentiary was taken over by a strange swamp-like terrain and disturbing monsters of the depths, and these horses, these swamp horses with fishtails that came out of the water and tried to pound you all into jelly, and succeeded in a couple of cases. You and Sensei Mark, who longtime viewers will actually know is the former karate teacher of Danny La Jolla from our very first session. The two of you managed to escape, and you are heading to Monsieur Rene's house. And we'll begin there in just a couple of moments, but first we will have tonight's invocation. Say a prayer for the falling angels. Stem the tide of the rising waters. Toll a bell for the broken-hearted. Burn a torch for your sons and daughters. There you go. So, we are going to begin with, you know what? Let's do it. Why don't all of you, just to give myself an extra chance to get one, everyone please roll a d20 for me.
Oh, gosh.
No modifiers, just everyone roll one.
7.
7.
Never a good thing.
11.
4.
4. So with 7 and 11 being the higher ones, yes, we will begin in Monsieur Rene's. There's a large gathering of individuals here. These are various people who have undergone the same ritual as you. Some of their faces you recognize from a previous consciousness as having been at that ritual. Others you do not recognize their faces, but something in their eyes indicates that they may also have partaken in that. Etienne seems very agitated and upset. He gathers all those present. Kind of in the sitting room, which is, I believe, where he once killed Alice horrifically. And all of these people there, you notice that sitting in the chamber, both of you kind of vainly recognize whether or not you've ever met them in these current bodies, as a man named James Breton, who has kind of like a big blanket over himself, and he's kind of just like nursing a drink, and he looks like he literally just came back from the dead. That is because he did. But as Etienne is kind of discussing things with much frustration, Elaine, when you come in, Kenny, is going to come over to you. Kenny, what are you doing here?
I don't know. What are you doing here?
I've been here a while, but did you have a vision? Did you have a memory?
It was weird that there was this guy that I sold shoes to, these saddle shoes, and Buster, I think, was his name, and then...
Yes. He was... I experienced him. Yes. Listen, you understand on many levels what is going on right now, because you, like me, have lost everything we built in that mall. I mean, Elaine's boudoir, that's where it was, and it's gone.
Paradise Footwear.
Paradise Footwear. So many of your shoes paired fine with my beautiful dresses. Yes, it's horrific. Listen, these things are connected. There are dark forces at work, and if we want our vision, if we want what we're trying to create to succeed, you must help us. I'm so happy you're here, Kenny.
What do you need me to do? I mean, what do I have to do with this?
We will ask Etienne. He will know. There are things going on, but it is happening right now. It's happening again. They're trying to take away more of our town.
Whoa. Shh. Calm down.
No.
Calm down.
Now is not the time to be calm. Now is the time for action.
All right, so can we maybe do this a little bit more chill? This is definitely not my style. I literally sell shoes. Shit's fucked up right now. Something dark is happening.
A very sort of handsome Frenchman with blonde hair, wearing sort of a evening jacket, but he's covered in blood, not his own, sort of steps over, kind of smoking. Mon ami, it is a very difficult situation, but we do not have time to be chill. I am so sorry. Things are happening right now. Everyone, please gather. Please. And he kind of has everyone sit. The The Dark One, our foe, the Dark Lord, the Stone Man. He is weak right now. You see, you all felt the storm that just happened. Some of you were caught very much in it. He gestures to Oksana and Sensei Mark, who have at this point come in, kind of drawn here, and you were ushered in. They sense something in you. I know that many of you are confused right now. I know that many of you are still putting things together. Lovely Jane here, she is not affected, and she is going through these documents we have. She witnessed some horrific things. She witnessed horrible things today. We all have. And he gestures to a very bookish student that will be Laura at some point when returned, as Jane is kind of going through various things. Yes, no, my friends, we must take action now. The Stone Man is weak. His boundaries have been penetrated. If we simply wish to escape, if this is all we want to simply get out of here to another place, we can do so now. There is nothing keeping us from the marshes of the grave. They have spread into this place. And it is not only the penitentiary where you are. No, I have patrolled. Not only this. The St. Agatha's graveyard, that has gone too. It has been undertaken, as has the cemetery hermetic. I know that some people in another life, you might have remembered going to there. Well, it is sunken, all of its treasures lost beyond the waves. Even Sleepy Lake itself, and Camp Sleepy Lake across from it, they have been subsumed by this marsh, and horrible things are now in the water below. But if we go through the penitentiary, we can leave this place and perhaps find a better escape from there.
What do you mean, leave this place?
We are in the prison, Moshe. We are trapped here, and a Dark Lord has control over it. The Dark Lord called the Stone Man, the one who torments you all.
You mean
yes.
Here in this house? This
No.
is prison.
No. Paradise, the city. What can you truly remember before you came here, mon cher? You are a exchange student, are you not?
Yes,
But
from Russia.
Do you remember Russia? Can you really remember being there? I'm sure you can describe it if you wish, but can you remember it?
No. I
This is because you were never there. You are a puppet for the amusement of gods we know not of. But we will escape. Yes, we will all of us escape. You have taken a ritual in the previous life. Whoever has slain you. Do you know how you died?
I have memories of
Yes,
of
tell me
dying.
this memory of your death, please.
A very pale man, cold, came and sucked the life out of me.
You were either Madam... No, yes, you were Madam Ether. I can see it in your eyes. You were once a very, very talented administrator of exquisite pain, yes? But now, you are this young woman.
I still administer exquisite pain just by wrestling and
Yes,
bending
and
the arms.
we will need this from you. We will need this assistance, mon cher. The people who have harmed you, this vampire is in league with this Stone Man.
Well, this vampire has not hurt me. He hurt another woman
Yes,
that I
but
have never met.
Well, the Stone Man hurts you every day by keeping you here. We must escape. Now, there are many things we need to do, many investigations we need to make, many waters we need to test. I have tasks I need doing, and I'm going to be sending some groups out, some pairs of people to investigate these matters, to look into these things. Do you understand?
I will go, but why should I trust you?
I'm the reason you remember anything at all, mon cher. I performed the ritual that gave you those memories, that awakened you to the danger around you, and is offering you the chance of freedom.
You do seem familiar to me.
I am familiar in a good way. I will, on behalf of a player, actually, I will say that Sensei Mark does not have a similar fondness for this person. When whatever memories he's experiencing, he's a little more reticent. So who will go with Oksana here, huh? You? Is someone here brave enough to accompany this young woman, this brave, strong woman, in investigations? I have many places to go.
I'm wondering if I trust this man.
Make an insight check. And I'll just roll a little deception
11.
check on his part. 11, I'll phrase it like this, friend. He couldn't have lost that insight check to you in that case if you rolled an 11. You trust him. Actually, based on what you rolled, what he rolled, you trust him a lot. He seems above
Right.
the level. Yes.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's fucked up here, and I mean, I don't really have anything else. I don't have a job anymore. You know, the shoe store's gone, and
the shoe store is gone. Then let us find you a place where there are more shoe stores where you can work your magic, eh?
I mean, maybe I don't want to do that for the rest of my life, but I mean, thanks for the help. That's cool and all, but I guess I just want to get to the bottom. I'm down, whatever.
Yes, good. Then you will go with Oksana, eh? Will you go to the belly of the beast, my friends? Will you go to this penitentiary? Will you try to sneak through?
I mean,
Yes, I am. I am as prepared as I've ever been for any fight. So let us go.
I lean over to Oksana and I say, what the fuck is he talking about? The belly of the beast?
I have no idea. You seem familiar to me, but not. Like you have one of those faces that I've seen before, but I've not seen it. Do you feel the same way? Because
you mentioned the vampire thing.
yes.
I don't know. I keep seeing shoes for the Buster guy.
I heard a very high scream as well, and it was not hers. It was another man that was close by. Was that you? Was that the Buster?
I mean, in my perspective, it was a much lower scream, but
I don't know. It was very high, very scared.
I mean, you know, through my eyes and ears, it sounded like a pretty good guy. But
Oh, he sounded great. Just very. You know, it's okay. Apparently we died in very bad way. Very scary, but Madam Ether was kind of into it. Apparently, I don't know. That's what I remember. So, yes, let's go to the belly of the beast, shall we?
sounds good to me. All right.
Etienne will give you directions. Oksana,
Yes.
you are being told to sort of retrace your steps. You are not going back to the penitentiary itself, but you're going to somewhere not far from that. And he's basically asking you to venture through the swampy terrain that is now formed in that area.
The one that I just escaped from?
Yes, that one.
Aye!
And he's
Okay.
asking you to venture through there and to see if you can find a place where the mist that surrounds the town does not, where the mist is missing, in other words. And he gives you kind of directions and says from afar he has seen that.
Okay, so
All right. Then
I will.
I bid you both good luck and appreciation.
And is there any weapon, anything that we need?
What
before
weapons
we
can you use, my
proceed?
dear?
Well, I have no idea.
Uh,
I just saw horses from the water come up and attack us, and a school bus driver who just went crazy and attacked me.
This sounds very upsetting. Well, listen, mon cher, I will provide you with what weapons we have here. Are you adept at using anything in particular?
You know, my strength lies in my hands and my body. I am very.
Oh, you are a fisticuffs as it is a boxer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, there is something I can give you then. In this case,
What is it?
he goes to a cabinet, and he opens it up, and he removes this. Basically, they're kind of like boxing gloves, but they have spikes here. They're kind of like very tight, like your fingers are still seen through them. And now I actually don't know that I know how to pronounce. I think it's cestus. Cestus. Maybe if someone speaks Latin and knows I'm saying that wrong. A cestus. It's basically these battle gloves that people used. So he will give those to you.
Sweet.
And what those are going to do is those are going to give you a plus. They are also magically enchanted. So I'll put this in your stuff. You get a +1. Cestus. So that's going to give you a +1 bonus to your attack and damage rolls with that weapon.
Yes.
And it also is going to change your unarmed strike from a D4 to a D6.
Sweet. Well, we'll see if we make it there.
Indeed. But he gives these to you, and you can actually like wrap them up. But yeah, you feel that you're going to hit much harder now, and you still can strike, twice in a turn with your, extra moves and everything. He will then turn to this gentleman who's offered to accompany you. Monsieur Spencer, was it?
Yeah, that's Kenny. Kenny Spencer.
Kenny. I think I would call you Monsieur Spencer. Kenny sounds weird coming from my mouth. Listen, is there anything I can give you? Do you know how to use the guns? Do you have a knife? Is there weapons that you use, my friend?
I think I might be all right. And I snap my fingers, and I have a flame that comes out of my hand.
Oh, monsieur. You are a spellcaster. I wish I had been informed of this. I would have given you a much more proper welcome. You are, what kind of spells do you cast? What is your raison d'etre?
Fire. Flame of...
Swadley.
Belegthos.
Swadley, go into... actually, I will fetch it for you. 1 moment, please. And he goes and he comes back and he presents you with a rod that's about this long and has a kind of a ball on the end of it that is swirling in flame. Here you are.
Oh, thanks. I think I can do something with this.
Yes, I think that you can. Do you know what this is, my friend? Make an Arcana check to see if you just know yourself. 10. Okay. You suspect it's a magic wand. You don't really know what it would do.
And as I grab that, I also pull out of my back pocket. I show my Brannick device, and I'm quite proud of it. It's
What is this?
What is that, strange man?
Is this a speculum? Is this for the? Is this?
Well, in the world of selling shoes, this can do a couple things.
Oh, I
One,
see. It can spread
measure your
people.
feet.
Oh, I see. Oh, you measure people's feet with it. I am so sorry. I understand.
But if you knock a motherfucker over the head with this thing, man, they will not wake up.
Monsieur Spencer, you will stick to fire, eh? He kind of like gently kind of has you just put that away. I need you, as you travel, take a bit of time now. I need you to focus on this wand I have given you. I need you to meditate upon it. After about an hour or so, I think you will understand. All you must do is you will use this and you will say its activation word. And what it is you do through this, you will be able to do more than you ever imagined.
Okay, what's the activation word then?
It is something that I, as my nature, do not care for, but in light of this, we will borrow the term from those in that place. Eh? It is Inferno.
I like it. Thank you, Monsieur.
René, and I am only here to help all of us. Eh? Now go,
Thank you,
please. Take your time, but then please go. I must assign more things to other people. The time has come. We have him where we need him. We are going to strike at the stone man, but you are going to find out fascinating information. And my friends, if you die, you will come back to different minds. You must come here quickly to tell us what you've learned, eh? All right. And he kind of kisses both of you on the cheek very quickly and just goes back in the room. So as you take a bit of time to attune to that object, we're going to go to a tower. Dahlia, you've been here a little while. You hear a flapping of wings. Then you hear a thud. Then you hear like scraping sounds. And from that big window that's covered in mist, you actually see a stony gargoyle hand like feeling around the side as if it really can't see where you are right now because the whole thing's covered in mist. But it eventually kind of... and it kind of flies in and sets down a bag of food. There's a variety of different things, burgers, sandwiches. There is a thing of cat food in there, There's some fresh, there's like apples. It's just kind of like, you get the impression that this creature went out and was like, I'm just supposed to bring some food for her.
Thank you. I'll take an apple. I'll just, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It turns to kind of leave.
Can I go home? It's just I really need to do my skincare routine, and I need to go home.
I would like you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage. This thing doesn't really understand your words, but you can be persuasive enough that you're kind of, you know,
miming
it, and the fact that you're talking about, you know what, actually it's not disadvantage because you're indicating it's skincare and he knows the boss wants you beautiful. So yeah, so go ahead and just roll a flat one. That's fine. We'll say that cancels out the disadvantage from the lack of language.
26.
Well, yeah, that'll do it. The gargoyle will go, and we'll just kind of sweep you up and begin flying you out into the mist. Now, you were then flying through rain, and even though this is not the most, Dahlia, even though this is not the, you're not necessarily the most perceptive, you're not unperceptive, but like you're not like deeply perceptive. You can tell that this rain somehow smells fishy.
Ew.
It also has like almost like a citrusy quality to it. And it's like kind of ozone and all that, kind of as if there was a lightning storm, but you don't really think you heard much lightning. And you realize that you're flying, and I actually want you to go ahead and make this would actually be a survival check.
Immediately, as soon as you mentioned the rain, I was like, oh no, this was a mistake.
Yeah.
That is an 8. Yep.
You are simply unfamiliar with where you are in town, but it is dark and raining. You're sure and it's a weird view from up here, although one that you've kind of been having more and more frequently. However, at this point, out of the dark, I do have to roll this against the thing. You hear this like slimy sound from below that's like whipping and rapid.
Oh no.
Yes, that will definitely hit the armor class of a poor gargoyle, as suddenly, not around you, but around the gargoyle, this tentacle that is probably about 3 feet in diameter has whipped up and snapped around the gargoyle's legs and one of its wings, lurching both of you there. And it begins to drag you both down. I need you to make for me a strength saving throw, as you try to cling like up on the gargoyle, still kind of within its grasp.
Ooh, okay, here we go. Ooh, okay, 19.
You do not start dangling from the gargoyle, so instead this gargoyle is being dragged down, and you see that there is this tentacle is wrapped around it. It's fanged and suctioned. The tentacle itself has little fangs that are like trying to dig into the skin and not doing too much, and the gargoyle is kind of, struggling against it. I think we'll go ahead and roll initiative for the 3 of you.
Okay.
Whoa.
As you are just kind of clinging onto it up there, but it seems to be being pulled downwards. Ooh, but I rolled terrible initiative for the tentacle.
Is it more terrible than 1?
It is not. Oh, I'm sorry, for the 3 of you, meaning, I'm so sorry, you guys don't have to roll for this. This is the 3 of them.
Me, the gargoyle. And...
That's the 3. Gargoyle.
I was like, what?
Yeah, you guys are not there.
Yeah, no,
okay,
I figured that.
Okay. Dahlia, what do you have?
16.
Whoa, Dahlia, you are well the hell at the beginning of this. So Dahlia, what would you like to do? With a passive perception of 11, you think you are somewhere between 50 and 60 feet in the air. You do believe there is water below you, which seems weird because you're like, I don't feel like this is close to water. But that is what you seem to sense below you.
I am trying. Okay, so there's water below me. So if I fall, I'm falling into water.
Yes, you will not be taking the full bludgeoning damage at this height. It would be a long fall, but you would not like take a bunch of damage if you fall. Correct.
Is this is this something that I can use hideous laughter?
You've already cast your spell, unfortunately.
Oh, I have.
Oh no! Oh my God!
I don't. I have two.
You have two. I'm so sorry.
I
Yes,
have two spell slots.
you absolutely could cast hideous laughter against this tentacle if you wanted to.
Like the creature that owns the tentacle, or the tentacle?
You cannot see that creature, but you could cast it at the tentacle and hope that it affected it.
Fine. I don't know what else to do.
Understood. So hideous laughter is what kind of save? If you have it handy, I can also pull it up if you don't have it written on there.
The creature is wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. All right. And do these little freaks, oh, they do actually have advantage on these saves. I'm sorry. However, your DC is probably pretty darn high because you have such a high charisma. So this might actually work. Okay. That's not good. That's significantly better. Does a 17 beat your spell save DC?
Oh. Yes, it's a 16.
Oh no! That being said, below you, as you make this thing, you do feel that this thing, that whatever is below the waves is laughing. You see bubbles of like chortling stuff, and you actually see a few more tentacles rising and like slapping the waves below. And this thing must be big if its tentacles are 50 feet long.
Yep.
But there is a like, you definitely got a reaction out of that. This is also rough because I'm now reading the spell a little bit more, and this thing is also this thing is actually immune to being knocked prone. So,
oh, okay.
Sadly, this would not, because it's a tentacly forms. It was a great attempt, and it is. I'm gonna say it is laughing. It is. You have made it laugh to some extent, but this thing is just moving about and laughing hysterically. That is your turn. Next is the tentacle's turn. It is going to attempt to pull down. So this is a contested check between it and the gargoyle. And wow, they both roll garbage. But because of its +2 benefit on the thing, it actually does pull you guys down about 30 feet. And now you are 20 feet over the water. And you see that another tentacle has risen out and is kind of coming over to like also wrap around the gargoyle. That will be happening in a different initiative. The gargoyle is itself going to simply try to break free. And rolls a 6. Which does not, because the escape DC is 16. So you feel it trying to go, and instead you see like one of its wings is being by this, and you are being pulled down. Another tentacle rises up, and this one comes for the gargoyle. But it's a natural 1, swinging widely as you guys kind of go swinging about. Dolly, it's your turn once again.
What to do? Now I'm 20.
You're 20 feet over the water. Why don't you make it free perception check? You can kind of do that as a free action up there.
All right, cool. Oh wow, I've been rolling really well. 19.
19. With a 19, yes, I will say that you, looking around, can see that in your current position, you're about 20 feet above the water, but you also see that about, like, it's not far, about 10 or 15 feet that way, there's like a tree and like some mossy land, something that you could climb onto. Did Dahlia freeze? Oh no.
Oh, I think she did.
I thought she was just making a face, but I think think
She's
she is
thinking.
frozen.
No, she's thinking.
Thinking very carefully.
She's like, I hear about that mossy.
I hear about
landing.
this mossy land. I don't know about this mossy land. Oh boy. Well, we will hold for that. Actually, we will cut out of this, and we will have the two of you begin your journey. As we wait for Dahlia to get back, and we'll resume.
She's here.
Dahlia is back.
That was so horrible.
Well, it was funny because you were making a face like,
We're like,
and it was
like
like
thinking.
it was like we really were like, are you? Oh wait, no, frozen. Just kidding. So
I could hear you, but you could
understood.
not hear me.
So yes, so you are yes, so you are.
So there's some land like 10 feet away.
Basically, I'll frame it to you like this: how it's like you think that there's a, if you tried to simply let go, you think there's a place you could fall, and then within one movement, you'd probably have to make an athletics check just to swim to not like get pulled down. But you think there's a place you actually could make it to this turn, if you know, barring trouble.
Yes. So I'm definitely going to. That's what I was thinking. And I was like, well, at least now I'm only 20 feet above the water, so I'm going to. Yes. Can I like try to like dive off into the water?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you just make an athletics check for this whole turn?
Okay.
I think it's athletics. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not. Well, you said you're.
like,
roll well.
You know what? You're diving.
The acrobatics.
You know, tell you what. Let's do an acrobatics for the dive. Let's go ahead and do. I'll let this be dive. You'll still have to make an athletics at some point, but let's do the acrobatics for the dive. I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's your action basically.
That's specifically why I said I'm going to try.
You're gonna like try to dive. You kind of
like very beautifully.
Exactly.
Dive into the water. Okay, so that is a 14.
A 14.
Yes.
With a 14, you do in fact manage to leap kind of clear of tentacles. You spin once in the air as you then go through. And what this actually does, what this did for you is you manage to dive through so cleanly. You kind of cut through that, though you feel like as soon as kind of like you go in and you kind of try to stop yourself and kind of spread out your limbs, there are these just like very sticky and tangled vines and such things. But because you went in so clean, you don't get tangled up under the water by any of them, and you are able to surface. And yes, sure enough, you see that the ground is basically just kind of it didn't take anything for you to go down and up. That's all just basic momentum stuff. So you still have 15 feet of movement. You think you could yes, potentially get to things. So go ahead and make your athletics check to kind of swim through this murky muck.
This is where I might as well. Oh, okay, it's 15, not a 13. So it's a 14.
Damn it.
I thought it was...
So you manage to, because now would be a hell of a time for a horror surge as this piranhas just surround her. But you manage to fall down into the water, and you're swimming. I mean, it is just disgusting and like brackish and like it's like that like mud is just like clinging to you, but like not like mud, just these like dirt little patches of mud and leaves and moss and you swear like an eyeball just on its own, definitely not human, kind of floats somewhere, and you're like, ugh, but you manage to pull yourself up in your nightgown, now sopping wet, covered in murk. You still look perfect for a horror campaign, so that's great. But that ends your turn. The tentacle...
Perfect blowout in her hair.
Tentacle tries to pull...
It's that grime, but like well-placed grime.
Yes.
You
Gives her
see
texture.
Yeah.
the tentacle pulls the gargoyle below the water.
Oh, no.
And you see other tentacles are kind of coming over. There still... the laughter seems to have stopped by now. The gargoyle will get one more chance to try to break free. Does not do it. Rolls an 8. And... kind of a few more splashes happen for a while. You don't see much. You're just kind of there on the rocks. And then about... I mean, are you running immediately, or are you just sitting there on this kind of mossy... It's not rocks, really.
I think I'm like... I would watch the gargoyle get drawn down and then immediately turn and run.
Okay, so you turn and run. I'm going to make a range check on this to see if you even noticed this part. A few rounds after that, as you're just running through the mire... that'll be over 20. You hear a splash and kind of this like inhuman, just undersea monsters just, and you hear something like rushing through the the trees over you, and then slamming into the ground about like 5-10 feet away from you, kind of off to the side, not the direction you are, is like this much of a gargoyle. Just like a head that's like, and like it's all stone within, as if this thing cracked it open, found nothing good to eat inside,
Flung it off.
flung the shards off. And in fact, you hear a couple of other impact points.
Like the way an octopus eats a crab.
I mean, if that's what it is, that's just a happy accident. I didn't even know that, but that's fantastic. So you are now in the woods and you are running through the marshes. And for the through the wonder of coincidence and storytelling, you run and run and run, and suddenly kind of plow into let's say Zane and Lauren both roll me a d20. We'll see which one to use the high roll on this.
18.
13.
13?
Yeah. Oh shit!
13.
Oh no!
13. So
Nice.
just so everybody understands, I mean, I talk about this a lot. So in this game, whenever the players, not me sadly, but whenever the players roll a natural 13, we get to increase the dread clock. So we're just gonna go kind of up here, doom, 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 doom. Yeah, that's right. This is a sort of a custom little clock we have that has 13 numbers on it. Fancy. That's great. I also just get to roll here to see if I roll a 13. I just need a Y or a Z on this ABC ring I have. It's on the F. I cannot even, there's no way I can express this to you guys how, like, I don't know if you can possibly read that or see that.
Put your finger like a makeup. You have to, no.
You have to do like, this.
Like that. There, bring it closer.
Oh, there we go.
And put your hand behind it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That helps it focus.
See how it's on the F, not the Y?
Yeah.
I need it to be on Y and Z. It was
That's
this close.
Damn bad.
This close.
You know, but it's not there.
That being said, so you had an 18, is that correct?
Yes.
So yes, she runs full on into Oksana, this girl in the nightgown. And Oksana, would you make a strength saving throw?
That
was great, Oksana.
20, dirty.
This girl just slams into you like a wall, and maybe kind of staggers back for a second. But there's a human being, soaked, covered in mud, in a nightgown, running. She seems very scared.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
I'm so
Who
sorry.
are you?
It's okay. No, it's all right. What's going on? Is it the mist? Is there mist here? We are looking for
To my
no mist.
calamari.
What? I've eaten that before at a nice restaurant that a boy took me to.
Well, this is
but
the
I
one
couldn't
that
beat
would
me in
eat
arm
you.
wrestling, so. What?
This one would eat you.
He would eat me. No.
It was-
The boy, no, I would not.
No.
I wasn't ready for that. He was not nice enough. He did not pay for
No,
the
the
meal.
calamari.
Oh, the one that was attacking you because
Yes.
it's like the horse beast that attacked us back
Horse
in
beast?
this. Yes, there are horses in the
I
water
don't-
that attack you. So apparently there are squid too. So you know
Squid,
there's a
octopus,
variety of
something
animals
with
out here.
tentacles. I just want to go home.
We are.
And the gargoyle was just trying to help me.
I vaguely remember gargoyles. I remember angels. They were having sex in a garden. There was loud noises.
I don't like it.
Hey, can we just chill for a second here?
What?
Excuse me. What's your name, miss?
Oh, I'm sorry. You probably can't recognize me because I'm covered in all this mud. I'm Dahlia Frey.
No, I do not recognize your name.
As
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
says
I think
this,
I heard you.
clouds clear and a beam of moonlight just descends on her perfect, giving her just a brilliant rim light. A little of the light is reflected off some of the brackish water, shining up into perfect 1930s eye lights on her. And as you see her here, like even though her hair is wet, it's like wet like in a very well-styled way. Somehow her makeup perfectly intact. Though her dress is all sort of like has mud and is torn here or there, it all still looks great. And both of you, I actually would like for you to make, this is a saving throw because it's not happening to you generally. Would you both make wisdom saving throws, please?
10.
Oh.
5.
Neither of you both do get this sense of like, oh, I remember that person, but neither of you, having succeeded on this, are able to pull the memory from the old thing. So neither of you both just feel like she's familiar, but you don't know who she is. You don't remember anything.
Oh, okay, yes. The face. I look at Kenny and say the faces. I recognize the faces that
Well, you've never seen her face. You don't recognize it.
No, but I think
There's a familiar,
it's familiar faces that I don't know, but I know.
Deja vu, right?
Yes, this is Shoeman. I am Oksana Smirnov.
Kenny, I used to work at the Paradise Footwear Company. We've got your soul at Paradise Footwear, you know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I used to be the manager over there. What, you a size 7?
Yes, how did you know? Oh, I knew you remembered me. Anyway.
Yeah.
Should I leave? Should I go look for the no mist? Without you, Kenny, I will leave you with
I think we need the
pretty
muscle
girl.
here, miss. I think we need your muscle here.
You're looking for what?
Where are you going? Because we're going that way.
We are looking for no mist. The mist that's all around that has the bad things. I think we are looking for a space without it to get out of here. Apparently, we're trapped in paradise because I cannot remember my motherland.
I wouldn't exactly call this paradise. I was in a tower.
Like a princess.
Yes.
Your hair is too short. You would never get down by yourself. How did you get down?
Well, that's what the gargoyle.
No, Oh, so now there's gargoyles, and I like punch Kenny in the arm, like jokingly, but like, you know.
It knocks.
Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry, Schulman.
it's Kenny.
Schulman.
I was
So-
in a tower where the mist didn't seem to quite touch, but I didn't want to stay there. I should have stayed there. I shouldn't.
So your tower was above the mist.
Was it like above it, or it was just?
It was like beyond it. So basically
Beyond
the
it.
mist kind of forms like a wall around the edges of town. But your tower is in that, and he kind of like waved a hand, and suddenly the mist wall like removed it. You went up there, and then once you were like back within it, so you kind of couldn't see out whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
And I was sort of above it, separate from it.
So could we get to your tower in a place of no mist?
I
Or
don't think
is it-
not without going past the murderous octopus.
Well,
Hold
octopi.
on. What did French blood guy say we gotta do?
Octopuses.
We have to find the place with the no mist.
Can you speak English a little bit better? I'm seriously not sure what you're talking
I
about.
find that highly offensive, Schumann.
I am sorry. I'm just
We
trying
are
to like.
we are finding the place in the borders of the land of
Sorry,
paradise.
Where even
no
are we
mist.
right now? Do you know where
I
we
don't-
even are right now? I just wanted to get home, and now I really need to.
We are in a place that is evil, that has mist, and we are looking for a place with no mist. So that is
I
where
mean, do you
we
know
should
what
go.
the cross streets are?
We are in muck and grime swamp right
This-
now. That is where we are. Find no mist.
Intersection
area.
of muck and grime. That's not.
I suppose then I am dead center.
I don't know.
not
This like sexy French guy was trying to tell us to go, like, take care of something. You know,
Etienne?
yeah, like Mister.
You can't trust him. You can't trust him. You can't trust him.
Why can't we trust him? I trust him.
tried to
I
kill me.
remember him from not my life, but another one that I barely remember. But like she had, like I feel like I had relations with him, but I am too young to
What?
have. But
You know-
He
you know
tried
him?
to send me into another life.
He what?
He tried to send me into another life. He tried to kill me.
Well, you know, this place is very gray. It's very gray, like the mist. Like you cannot have. You do not know people's.
I
true
wouldn't trust him
motives.
if you're doing an errand for him. I
Well,
wouldn't trust
you
him.
know, all I know, pretty girl, is that I cannot remember anything beyond this mist, and I'm trying to get out of it. So, I want to.
I want to. Can I, do I have any sense of direction right now in terms of the best place we can go?
Excellent question. Why don't you make a survival check?
Just going in the fog.
7. Doing great today.
7. All right. With a 7, you're pretty sure that way looks good.
So, I'm gauging on all the footprints that we got going around here. Why don't we just go that way?
Which way?
It's kind of in the middle of where we were all kind of going. It's maybe away from the calamari thing. And then, this is better than here, right?
He is Shoeman. He knows tracks. Maybe he's following tracks. I don't know. Sure. Take us, Shoeman.
We go that way.
If you begin guiding them that way. Boy, none of you have high perception.
We're...
No, it's bad.
So
Bye.
You guys begin walking into the dark here. I do, however, need, as you get to around this spot, this is hard, but I need a wisdom saving throw from both Kenny and Oksana. It's of the same variety as you guys had made earlier. You again feel like a certain odd familiarity.
18.
18. Excellent.
Yes.
And Kenny?
It was 16 on the die.
Excellent.
14.
14. You just missed it. 15 is the DC for these. But Oksana, perhaps you can sort of speak to him, because you look around as you walk through this kind of marshy stuff, every foot sinking into mossy, swampy earth that doesn't necessarily feel like it should be this way. The mist overhead is just thick and blanket-like. You guys are just trying as hard as you can to just move through all of this.
Yes.
And Oksana, you realize that though the trees seem to have changed their nature, though they seem to have, they're no longer kind of like the trees that they were. They're in exactly the same position as a memory you keep experiencing of when you died. You think you are where you were walking home through the woods, only now the woods in this area have become a swamp. And you really think this is where you were.
Was I buried here? I forget. Or were
You have no memory of being buried,
Okay.
but yes, this is where you guys were buried.
Okay, Shoeman. I recall this place. I don't recall it, but I feel this familiarity with this place. And I feel like you were here. This is where I heard your very high scream. The very high scream. Ah! That one. I heard it here.
Yeah, it wasn't that high, but...
No, it was. It was.
And Philip, do I have any recollection with her?
Now that she's saying that, and because you were so close, you can almost see it. You're not sure about it, but you have a sense. Dahlia, I'd like you to just make a. Why don't you just make a perception check, just to see if it looks familiar, because you were there when they died.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that is true.
There's some of the
Those
many
in the
people
chat.
you witnessed
Tell-
die.
Tell everyone in the chat. There's a bunch of people here.
Tell everyone in the chat of how they died.
Well, so all of the players here
please.
were here, but not all of the characters who are currently in this campaign were here.
Yes, because people
However-
die so hard in this, these three people, as well as Jed was there that as well, but yes, and I guess Andrew was there hiding in the distance as he always
Yes.
did. But in any case, because two of the people here in previous lives were slain by a vampire who then buried these bodies here to get them back, they seem to have come back here on a subsequent night. So what did you roll, Dahlia?
Actually, I rolled 17 and I have a +1, so 18. I'm rolling really high today.
18. Yes, this looks incredibly familiar. This feels, as she's saying that, you realize you understood that ritual. It was described to you and such. You took part in the ritual, not sort of the stuff that followed. So you understand these two are those two. You understand Oksana is Madam Ether. You understand that Kenny is Buster. Their consciousnesses are kind of clinging to these two people here.
Oh, Madam
What?
Ether?
Kind of.
And then, from the darkness around you, you hear a voice, a familiar voice, Madam Ether's voice, say, "Oh, somebody's saying my name."
Wait, is that me? Are you
Yeah.
me?
And kind of stepping out of the woods, you see Madam Ether. She's still wearing what she was wearing that night. Her skin, however, is deathly pale, and she's kind of like wiping mud off of herself. "I don't remember it being quite so wet around here." "Oh. Hello, Dahlia. Who are your friends?"
Oh, they're... Well, she's...
I know you.
You know
You
me.
are in my mind, and I don't know why.
What do you mean I'm in your mind? I mean, I'm in a lot of minds. I think I'd remember you. You're very distinctive.
No.
Well, you're her and she's you.
I knew you after you were dead.
Oh, the silly little ritual.
I suppose.
So, whatever soul was in this body is in yours now?
Not fully. I am still me, but I have your memory specifically of when you died.
Oh, that's fun. Well, Dolly, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't hurt you. Unless, is there a reason I should?
No.
Is that stone man gonna kill me if I do?
I mean, you're already dead.
Ooh,
But-
true, but is he gonna keep killing? Is he gonna make me dead again?
I'm sure he would.
Oh, he would?
There's a way to. I'm sure he would.
Oh, there is a way to, but fortunately none of you have any means of taking me out. Well, in that case, I'm gonna make an offer. I'm serving my lady, but if any of you willingly give yourselves over to me,
Who is your lady?
Well, Hopfen,
I do not know this name. Etienne
the
sent us.
vampire. Oh, Etienne, I remember him. He's not as good in bed as he thinks he is.
I did not need to know that. That is too much. I know a lot of information about you. I did not need to know that.
I'm gonna
I'm young.
offer you
Only 18.
the offer Hopfen made me, and that I didn't take.
Well, because you were
her.
stupid, and whoever is commanding you before did not make the right decision.
Well, maybe you'll make the right one then. Come to me willingly and let me drain your blood, and you can be a vampire like me.
That does not sound enticing to me. What we are going to do is to find a place out of here. You are trapped here just like we are. We are all going to get out, including you, Madam Ritter.
Oh, no. I'm not interested in getting out. I'm interested in eating. And I'm going to eat right now.
Then
Wait,
take
wait,
the
wait,
shoe,
wait,
man.
wait, wait, wait.
No.
There's calamari over there.
Listen,
I want to taste myself.
Madam Ether.
I am not you.
Here's the problem.
Huh?
You aren't going to hurt me because the stone man would hurt you and he would hurt the person you're serving. But if I'm left alone, then I once again will be in danger. And if anything happens to me because you took away my companions, then the stone man will still hunt you down. So it's really in your best interest to find another meal.
Make a persuasion check.
I don't know if I'm flattered or offended by your imitation of me. My voice is deeper, Philip.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
1-3?
Yeah. Which
My
makes my
life is
persuasion
good.
a 21.
Persuasion
Right.
21 is pretty good. My life is good. It goes to here. Everything is great. I have no regrets. Okay. So we mark that down. That is 2. So that's 1 the night for Lauren, 1 for Liv. Oh yeah, by the way, I should have announced this previously, but I'll do it now because I tallied after the fact. I just want to say that Liv, you were the undisputed champion 13 roller of set 2. You had 5.
Until Dan?
The next best was from Dan with 2. Like you
Oh,
blew
Dan
everyone
did that.
out of the water. So congratulations.
I was gonna be very angry if he unseated me.
No, you're doing that. And however, at present, for wave 3, Dan has 2 and each of you have 1.
Ugh, no.
Just keep them coming. Okay, so that's that. Now we get to roll this. Horror search would be cool now.
So you're gonna hold it up like this.
I don't need to. I rolled an
Okay.
M. I rolled an M for moron, which is what I think it is, Ring. I'm just kidding. I love you so much, and you do a great job. Because you know what? Every single entry on here is valid. And when I roll all the other stuff, like what monsters attack you in those, there's no bad answers. So you do great. I love you more than I ever will any woman. Okay, now, so what we will now witness.
I mean, he does finger it quite frequently.
This channel is not for children.
She never even says thank you. Okay, so with that, you've rolled a 21.
Yes.
Ooh, that's not bad. They do have a little bit to their charisma, so this is going to sort of. I often just have NPCs basically like resist a persuasion check. Madam Ether walks to you, kind of puts a hand on your hair, kind of.
Wait, me or
to
Dahlia?
Dahlia.
Oh, okay.
Darling, you really are wonderful. I need to speak to my lady or gentleman, depending on how they're presenting themselves at the time. Hopfin has a bit of a charm on me. And Dahlia, you realize it's been more than 24 hours since Hopfin last charmed you.
Yes.
And I think they would want to see you again. So perhaps I eat them, and then we all go and see my lady or gentleman.
No. I don't think the Stone Man would like that very much either.
Understood. Well, then we're in a bit of a pickle. She kind of steps back, kind of turns on a heel in her leather stuff. Now's the time I am just going to just mention something. Because you've known this your whole time, Kenny Spencer. But what you attuned to, my friend, because you asked. You wouldn't have done it unless you guys had asked. You have attuned, sir, to a wand of fireballs. Which means you can just shoot a fireball out of that. Which does a lot of fire damage. I'm not saying you should. This thing looks strong. This Madam Ether is intimidating. You definitely remember this woman.
Yeah,
I have
relations.
I have a conflict
Yeah.
in my mind, and I'm looking down at the wand.
Mm-hmm.
Hand is kind of shaking,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Like
love
it was that night.
I love fire.
Okay.
I love the sight of a flame and something burning,
Oh no.
and I decide to shoot her with my fireball.
All right. Now, I have a question for you. Unfortunately, you did move your high intelligence away from where it had been. So, you understand that this is going to be a big burst. Do you want to center it on her? She's only about 10 feet away from Dahlia, or do you want to, like, center it, like, behind her so it will sort of hit her and maybe not you guys?
I do not want to have any collateral damage.
Understood. So you recognize where it is, and you then extend it, and you fire out the wand of fireballs. Okay. This happens.
I died from literal friendly fire.
Literal friendly fire. So, and what the two of you see is this eruption of flame exploding, lighting trees and moss, and turning some of the brackish water below to steam instantly as this fireball. You see this vampiric Madam Ether kind of turning back in surprise, making a dexterity saving throw. The DC for your wand of fireballs, I should send this to you, but it's on it. If you go to D&D Beyond, it's online, you can find wand of fireballs. So the DC, it's not your DC, it's a DC 15. And you were using one of 7 charges. However, I guess I should ask you, if you can use one charge to cast the spell, or you can use multiple charges to cast the spell and add extra damage to it. You only have 7 charges total. For each additional charge you use, you'll do 1 more damage die when you actually cast it.
Oh, that's a lot of options.
It is, sorry.
I choose to use an additional charge for extra damage.
Cool. Okay, cool. So you'll do 2 charges. So we'll mark down that you've done 2 charges. Write that down somewhere on your sheet. There's not a good place for that, but say you've just used 2 charges. So this will be doing 9d6 of hit. She will make her dexterity saving throw. Rolls an 8 on the die and has a +6, which is 14, which is 1 lower than the number needed, so you get to roll 9 d6s, and you need to do this because every time you roll a 1, you get to re-roll it.
All right, I only have 1d6, so I'm going to continue. So my first one is 4.
4.
3.
3, great.
3.
Cool.
2.
Okay.
6.
Nice. That's 5.
18.
4.
22. You get that's 6. You get 3 more.
Oh, I was thinking 6.
Yep.
1. I get to do it again.
Re-roll that.
1. I get to do it again.
You don't get. You only get to do it again one time on a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a 23. Go ahead. 2 more.
2.
2. 1 more.
Ooh, 6, baby.
4.
Damn it.
All right. So that is 29 points of fire damage. So you see that Kenny just kind of goes and fires this just fire just explodes and kind of just envelops Madame Ether, who screams. Seems like she is in no way resistant to this damage. She kind of lights up from all of this. And she kind of just snarls in pain at all of this. In addition, Kenny, flame envelops your body. Let's roll initiative.
Oh.
Yes.
Here we go.
12.
12.
8.
15.
8 for Dahlia. And our friend here rolls a higher than that. Okay, so.
You are no longer shoeman. You are fireman.
Thank you, my dear.
All right. The vampire is going to rush you, Kenny, and is going to attempt to, grapple you in place, basically. So it's going to use a claw attack to try to grapple you. So this will not do damage. You have what, plus 13 armor class? It'll be up there at the top somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That hit does hit. That is a 22 to hit. So you have been grappled, but it did hit. So go ahead and roll a d4.
4.
4. Nice. Okay, so snarls taking more damage of the flame. They are also going to try and bite you now that you're sort of grappled by them. Ooh, that is a 11. So that does not hit your armor class, does it?
Nope.
So you don't do more fire damage because but you kind of just the flame around you. We next move on to Kenny. It is your turn.
And I'm wondering if I might. So, let me look at my spells. Would it do more damage to continue to do fire on her? She's so enveloped in flames, it's not going to do anything else.
No, it'll definitely keep hurting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I use my
Burn, baby, burn.
flame of fellow?
Well, so that automatically happens whenever you cast a fire spell. You keep putting off the stuff, so that's already going on. As long as you do another fire spell this turn.
Fire.
So
I'll do another fire spell.
Okay, so your options would be to shoot her with a to try and shoot her with a firebolt. If you shoot her with a firebolt, you're going to roll at disadvantage because she's right up on you. But you can try to hit her, so you'll roll disadvantage and see if that goes. Your next option would be to use your one spell that you get to cast a week to do a Burning Hands, which would definitely do some damage. She'd have to make a dex save away from it. Or, if you wanted to, I would make you make a check to do this because you're so close. You could basically try to do a fireball, like, behind her again with your wand, but there's a possibility you'd have to make a check to make sure you're positioning it right, so as not to also burn you, since she is holding on to you.
Yeah. I'm going to do Burning Hands.
Burning Hands. Bust out the Burning Hands. Like it. Okay, so that is a dex save, and what is your spell save DC? That'll be kind of up at the top right. Overall, like the features.
14.
14. Okay, so 14 dex save. So she has a +6 on these, so. She rolls a 16. So roll 3d6 and she will take half damage from this, as she does manage to kind of like move out of the way as you shoot this kind of thing of fire out of your hands.
315.
315, so re-roll the 1.
2.
So 10 points, but she only takes 5 from it. Okay, she's taken some damage here. But she is still sort of on you. You haven't gotten away. She's no longer like holding you. You're not like you're still kind of grappled. You're not grappled, but you kind of can't go anywhere. And there. And she's right on in your face. Oksana, it is your turn.
How close am I?
About 15 feet.
Would a movement be an action?
Movement
toward her?
You can move toward her for free. And
Okay,
then you have
I
your
would
action.
like to move toward her. Would grabbing her hair be an action?
Yeah, it would be like a grapple or like an unarmed strike for you. What do you want to do?
I want to grab her hair and punch her in the face.
Okay. Go ahead and make your
I
attack.
love Oksana.
She's
I love
aggressive.
Oksana so much.
Ooh, 18 plus 7.
That'll hit for sure. So basically, we'll say that yes, you sort of grab her away. So in other words, we'll call that actually I guess I'll
Grappling.
have her roll a if you're kind of doing a grappling check to like pull her off and kind of have her separate. I'm gonna roll a grapple check for her. She fails, so you manage to pull her aside, and you can make a bonus action when you do a thing because you have your fisticuffs. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Can that one count though?
No, that did it.
Oh, okay.
You got her. You hit because otherwise you might not have even been able to beat her thing.
Okay, so another attack roll. 13 plus 7.
Yeah, 20 hits. So go ahead
20.
and roll your d6 and add whatever damage modifier you have.
Plus 5. So 5. So 8.
8. Great. Okay. Yeah, she's not looking great here.
And I will say, I know you like this sometimes when they pull your hair.
She you kind of do this and you honestly feel like almost like a little gash, no point, but like from her fang where you just punched her, like tears your thing, and she kind of just looks up at you and kind of licks your own blood, like preparing to preparing to get at you. Wonderful. Dahlia, it is actually your turn now.
Okay.
So these two just started scrapping.
They're just scrapping, and
Yeah.
she's on fire currently.
She is not on fire. She's not like she's not burning on fire such that she will take damage, but she's definitely like a little crispy from all the burning.
Okay. And how far away am I from her now? 'Cause she moved towards.
She moved. Oh yeah, you're about like 15 feet. She kind of had stepped away and she kind of rushed and everything. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to move back further because I am no good in a fight.
Yeah.
But I am going to use vicious mockery.
Ooh. If you want to say what you'll say to her, by all means, but otherwise you can just tell us like the type of insult you would do.
I'm just, going to start telling her how she looks a bit singed and like making fun of her appearance and,
Wonderful. Go ahead and she makes a wisdom save against that.
She makes.
+3 on these, which is a 4, so 7. So roll your d4 of damage.
I don't usually believe in attacking a woman's appearance, but in this case, I make an exception. Ooh, 4.
4. All right. Hey, you guys are. This person's not having a good day here. You're definitely doing some stuff here. In addition, it is what the next attack against has it. No, at disadvantage on.
She has disadvantage on her attack.
That's gonna be important. So you all notice at the top of the round, it's her turn once again, and you see her. All these singed marks. You see some of them healing. Because these vampires regenerate some of the damage they've taken. Not as much as you might expect other vampires to heal. Like, she still looks messed up, but some of it goes away. So you realize that you need to do, like, a lot to her to kind of keep her down. And Oksana, she is going to make one attack against you. However, because... no, grappled wouldn't give disadvantage, but she already has disadvantage. So actually, it's good she has the disadvantage. So she'll roll one attack against you at disadvantage. And that is a 2 plus 6. So 8 does not hit. So she tries to grapple you back. She will still try to grapple you again. This time is not disadvantage. She's shaken off the mean words that Dahlia just said. That is a 6, and that's a 12. What is your armor class?
10.
10. So she manages to grapple you now. So now you are grappled.
Yes.
Okay, great. That is her turn, and she's gonna like try to bite you whenever she has another opportunity. Kenny, you are up, sir.
And so she is now on Oksana.
She's on Oksana. She's no longer grappling you. In fact, Oksana pulled her away from you, so you can even move away from her without any penalty on yourself.
So, question: if I were to use any fire spells on her, would that hurt Oksana?
It would depend on the fire spell you used. If you were to fireball her, which is if you want to do huge amounts of damage to her and survive, then you would have to make a check to try to place it exactly so it only hit her and not Oksana, because she is grappling Oksana. You'd have to kind of try to hit her in the back with it and not Oksana. Or you could move away from her. Actually, you don't even have to move. You could hit her with a fire bolt, does way less damage, but would not hit Oksana.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit her with a firebolt.
A fire bolt. Okay, so roll
Correct.
your attack
Yeah.
roll for firebolt.
What is it? 1d10.
1d. No, you roll the attack. So roll the d20 and see if you can even hit.
10.
10.
You
Did you add your modifier?
Oh, 16.
16 does hit.
Nice.
So go
Thanks,
ahead
guys.
and roll your 1d10 damage.
Praying for a 10. 9.
9
then-
is pretty darn good.
Did you add your damage modifier?
You don't have that on most
No,
spells.
I don't have one.
Okay.
The fact that
Just
V
checking.
gets that on Eldritch Blast is rare. Most spells don't get any stuff. That's only
She's
a
very
warlock.
special.
Well, all warlocks, calm down. So you manage to kind of just like step back and you just hit her with this bolt of fire that kind of takes her and singes a bunch of her hair, and she just hisses vampire style, but does not harm Oksana. Oksana, however, you are grappled by her now. You can still strike her, no problem. You could also try to push her away and kind of break your grapple that way. And basically, you do get to do two things. You get to attack twice, which is the big deal for you as a fisticuff specialist. So what do you want to do?
I would like to strike. I do not run.
Are you knocking her down? Are you knocking her back? Or are you just doing damage? You're just doing damage.
I'm doing damage. Yeah.
Go ahead and do your damage.
Or attack.
Attack
or,
roll.
Or
Yes.
just
No,
okay.
roll your attack roll. Sorry, yeah.
18 plus 7 again.
You hit, so roll your d6 and add your 5.
Whew. 4 plus 9.
9, great. All right, so that's 18
And
points
I
of
get
damage.
another attack, right?
You really do get another attack.
12 plus 7.
17
So
hits.
19?
19 hits, yeah. 12
Yeah.
plus 7 is 19. Why'd I say 17? That's a good question.
1 plus 5, 6.
6. Hey, look.
That ain't nothing.
It's not nothing. I will say that this thing does not, like, it looks like if you guys, she'll probably heal. You don't think Dahlia will take her out here and heal, but, like, if you guys can survive another thing and maybe do it, you might have a thing. Speaking of which, Dahlia, it is your turn.
I wish I don't have any of my weapons.
Sad news. Yep, you don't. Yeah, you sadly don't.
No.
My kingdom
don't.
for a crossbow.
Right?
I'll say that if you wanted to, if you were concerned, like honestly, odds are generally in the favor that she will fail your save because it's so high. But if you want to, you could like look around for a rock and you could just kind of throw that. It wouldn't do as much damage, but if you're, yeah.
Yeah, I can use vicious mockery again.
Go vicious mockery.
I'll
just
do that.
same mean stuff.
I'm just mean girl stuff. I'm just
Okay.
gonna be a
Ooh,
big
that
mean
was
girl.
so sad. It was on a 20 for me, but then it rolled over to an 8, which makes it an 11. So go ahead and roll your d4.
Okay, dokie. That's a 3.
Okay, so top of her turn, she heals again. She heals every turn.
God damn
Not
it.
unless-
Like it.
yeah.
I
But
like it.
but she's still pretty bad. She's like still well bloodied and torn up and everything. Her first attack against Oksana once again is at disadvantage because of the mean words that Dahlia is saying about how like, I don't know if you're saying stuff like the dominatrix chic look is played out, like you just look trashy. Yeah.
You know, she just looks trashy. Desperate.
Why am I offended?
That is a 9.
Ah, damn it.
So the first time she tries to bite you, you manage to get out of the way. Because your AC is higher than 9, right?
It's 10.
Okay, so she cannot bite you the first time.
Right.
She's gonna try again. Oh, shoot! Only one of them can be a bite attack. She can't bite twice. She should have hit you first, whatever. She's just gonna hit you. She's just gonna rake her claws against you.
Did you get your fresh blood from Ralph's? I bet it's pig's blood. You whore.
She'll say something. That does hit with a 13. But she will, wow. This is not, I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of damage to how much you have, but it's 5 points. It's really, that's garbage. Minimum on that, that's ridiculous. All right, whatever. I don't think Madam Ether's taking one of you out, and that's really upsetting to me.
Now I know what I said to Madam Ether. You must be drinking pig's blood because you are what you eat.
Excellent.
Took me a minute, but I found it.
You must be drinking pig's blood because you are
what you eat.
Love it. Okay, wonderful. With that is lame. I don't care. Maybe you guys won't kill her. So she's still kind of all like tangled up here. Kenny, it is your turn.
So
Kenny, I want you to make a medicine check for me. Just kind of like it's a free thing as you're just looking.
12.
She is regaining health, like, decently. Like, if you guys can wait a while, like, if you can, like, wear her down, you can probably take her out even with her regaining that health, but, like, a fireball would be good, but, like, it would be very hard for you to not kill Oksana, too. But,
You know, fireman, if you have to kill me, it's fine.
I mean, would Oksana really say that? That's upsetting.
No, she wouldn't, but, you know.
So. That being said, you can see it. Also, you might be able to do it if you can line up the shot so that you just hit her in the back and not Oksana. That's a potentially doable thing. But it might hit Oksana.
There's a level of risk there.
There's a level of risk. Or just hit her with another firebolt.
Huh. And is her back facing me right now?
I'm going to say that, like, because Oksana tackled her away, she is, like, Oksana's back is to you, and her back is, like, beyond. Yeah. And you've seen her, like, she's, like, ripped Oksana around, she tried to bite her, and so she kind of slashed her, across the arm or shoulder or whatever. So she's kind of got Oksana like this, and she's attacking.
I want to try to see if I can shoot a firebolt at her teeth, because if you hit a vampire in the teeth, that renders them ineffective.
Fair enough. Go ahead and make your shot.
15.
Plus?
Oh, thank you. 6, 21.
21. So you managed to hit her. You don't hit her right in the teeth. You kind of hit her up in the head and shoulder area. She kind of, moved away. Yeah, if you're calling a shot that level, you're going to need like a nat 20 and going to need some other stuff, but that's fine. You do, however, hit her, so go ahead and roll your d10 of damage.
7.
7. Not bad. All right. So you slash with that, and once again, you are wreathed in flame in case anybody comes up to you. And she kind of just howls and kind of, you also, like, you burned her to the point where you can, like, see, like, the jawbone. Like, all that skin is burned away. Oksana, your turn.
Is there anything I can I yell to try to get her away from you?
I would say you can certainly give it a shot. Why don't you shout? Yeah, if you're like, what do you want her to come at you? What do you want her to do?
I want Oksana to push her away so she can get out in the open by herself, so I can burn her up.
So you can convey that to Oksana. Okay, Oksana, it is your turn. She technically has grappled you, so you'd either have to grapple her back or break grapple or something to kind of get her away.
I would like to attempt to. I hear what Fireman has said, so I would like to try to disengage.
Disengage. I'm gonna say, because you can also do the grapple stuff. Just go ahead and make a contested check. You can either shove her back or shove her whatever.
What kind of check?
It's athletics.
Okay, 15 plus 6, so 21.
You beat her because
I'm rolling real good today.
You guys are all. This has been a good thing. So you do manage to kind of push her back about like 5 feet. What would you like to do?
I'll just. Even though I do not do this, I trust Fireman because he has distant powers. I will run to Fireman.
You run over to Fireman. Okay, yeah. Cool. Dahlia, it is your turn.
So they're backed away. Do I know what's...
You've heard him shouting that for sure.
Okay. So I'm going to go run towards him as well.
Okay.
But shouting insults still at...
Shouting insults. Great. Go ahead. Then I go ahead and make her wisdom save. 13.
2. I'm just going down.
Just all right. So top of the round, she regains 10 hit points. You see the skin around the jaw kind of go back. Now you rushed away from her, kind of back to where he was. She, however, is going to use her movement. If you're back where he is, I think she can get to you all with one movement, because no one said they were like running like 60 feet away from her or something, right? You guys were all just kind of backing away to try to leave her. Since she gets to move, she gets right back in your face, Kenny. And sort of seeing that you're on fire, she really shouldn't attack you, but she's going to, even though it's a disadvantage, so she's going to reach for you, trying to grab hold of you, even though you're on fire. At disadvantage, that does hit, because she rolls a 19 and an 18. However, she is not going to try to grapple you, so roll your D4 fire damage.
And does she not... Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
She takes the fire damage.
2.
Okay.
Damn it.
But she rakes her claw like into your throat. She doesn't care about feeding anymore. She's trying to bring you down. That is a 2, and that is a 4. So that is 9 points of damage. She slashes you, and she is going to slash you again.
Oh, I have 2 hit points left.
So she hopes she hits here, because she could just at least try to drop you so you can't do this again to her. But you have like, she has to, I mean, like, it's better than 50% chance she'll hit, but you do
Is he on fire still, though?
He is still wreathed on fire, so she took the damage.
Oh, okay.
But she rolls an 8 on the die and has a +6, which gets her to a 14.
Damn it.
So you've kind of been doing this, and there's part of you that's like, I should have roasted the weightlifter. But you, as she kind of just carves into you, she slashes into you once again.
Oh, no.
That is 3. That is 2. That is actually another 8 points.
Fireman
Fire
is
damage.
so brave.
So you are not dead,
So brave.
but you have collapsed down, kind of, and she just... And then she just kind of like steps like right up to Oksana, just so like Oksana can't run without her also getting a pop in after her. Speaking of which, Kenny, it's your turn. So first of all, roll a death saving throw.
Which is that? Which one is that?
Just roll a d20 and add, and just tell us what you roll.
3.
Kenny is... You're kind of looking up and seeing this, and like you're trying to grab with your sort of like now hand as blood's running down it. You're trying to grab for that wand to try to do something again, but sadly you cannot. Oksana, she's right in your face. She's like licking blood off of him, like doesn't taste that familiar, but I'll take your word for it that used to be Old Buster.
Oh no.
I will just strike her. Is she fully healed on her face?
Her face has healed up. It's kind of like all around. I'm just saying, like.
Oh, okay.
We'll just illustrate that as a little bit of healing.
It's not like a weak point. It's just a point of.
It's just a
coolness.
Exactly. Yeah. So what do you want to do?
I'm just going for damage at this point.
So roll an attack.
Nat 20.
All right.
Plus 7, 27.
That hits. So go ahead and roll your 2d6 plus 5. Whew, this is gonna come down to the wire, guys.
Okay. 7 plus 5. What is that?
7 plus 5 is 12.
12.
Okay, you get to hit her again. Are you just still punching?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do another punch.
Oh shit, that's 5 plus 7.
So you punch her, and you can tell. I also want you to just be aware, because like I didn't make a big deal of this. Whenever you punch her with these magical gloves, you feel this like mild ringing, almost as if you were punching her with your bare hands, it would be doing not as much.
Uh-huh.
You get the impression that this person is resistant to non-magical bludgeoning damage, but thank goodness he gave you magic gloves. Cool. All right. That is your turn. However, at that time, you kind of punch her and kind of ring her bell, but the second time she kind of grabs your hand and kind of tosses it back. Dear, this is getting tiresome. Dahlia, it is your turn.
Is there anything I can pick up to like hit her with or throw at her in my
Make a free Arcana check.
That is 13, not natural.
13, not natural. Noticing that there's like almost like a glow coming off of these gloves that Oksana's using, you suspect that if you threw like a rock at her head, which, yeah, you could grab a rock or a branch or something, you could smack her with that, it would probably do less damage to her.
Okay, then I'm just going to back away as far as I can. I am of no help in this fight, I'm sorry. Oksana.
It's fine.
She does not swing for you.
You are fine.
She doesn't, yeah.
And just continue mocking her and telling her that, you know, it looks like she needs to beat her face or something.
Continuing to mock her viciously. Okay.
Yes.
She will make yet again a vicious mockery check. That is a 17 on the die plus 3 wisdom save, succeeds. And she's gonna go, the mean girl look is not becoming on you, Dahlia. You're America's sweetheart, all right.
Not my natural state of being. I'm running out of insults.
I can appreciate you. You did a good job so far. You found a couple things I was a little uptight about, but I think I'm feeling a little better now. But I have to tell you, girls, what I'm really feeling is peckish. She bites down at the incapacitated man on the ground. Because he is incapacitated, she has advantage on this check.
Sorry, Kenny.
That, my friends, I really wish I could pull it down, is a natural 20.
Oh!
R.I.P.
So, Kenny,
You remembered my shoe size?
I'm gonna do the other side of it like this. Because it all happens at once, but I am gonna roll the necrotic first. Oh yeah, that is great. What is your hit point maximum?
11.
11. Okay, so she does 13. So you are dead. She regains 13 hit points from the blood she just drank from you.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
As well as 10 for the start of her turn.
Well, you know.
So suddenly she's not looking quite so bad. Then she'll stand up. That was her one bite, but she'll just take a swing at Oksana just for the hell of it.
No, but she's had her fill.
Anyway,
fine.
So yes, he doesn't really taste that familiar, but let's see how this goes. And she'll sort of swing at you. She rolls a 22 to hit, but she does not do damage to you. Instead, she grapples you for ease of drinking. Okay. Kenny is, yes, black and white. Kenny is that. Oksana, it is your turn.
exsanguinated.
Can I try? What? Let me think. Hold on.
That crit
She
there.
killed Kenny.
Oh my god, they killed Kenny. Also, that crit there was amazing for her rejuvenation purposes.
I'm happy
great.
for her. Sad
was
for me. Wish I was playing her right now, but I guess not. I will try to. Actually, can I try to like elbow her away from me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just another.
It's a contested check, and you're better
Arm
at these
strike.
than she is. Yeah.
17.
Yep, you beat her. You easily knock her aside.
Okay, and it's just 1d6, right, for this one?
Well, you don't do damage if you're knocking her aside.
Damn it. Okay.
If you want to, if you want to, however, you could. If you want to, you hit her armor class as well. So if you want to, you can roll the damage and then try again to knock her away. So it's like you get some damage in, then move. You could do that.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I would like to do that.
So you
So
roll
another
your
attack
damage.
roll.
So first
yes.
roll the damage.
6 plus 5, so 10. 11.
That's great. Hey, that's everything she naturally healed. And now make
Leave me alone.
another contested check to knock her aside.
And that's a d20, right?
It's the same roll for you. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you're proficient in both things. Yeah.
7. So 15.
Yeah. You beat her. You have a much bigger modifier for this. In a just like pushing contest, you beat her even with her vampiric stuff. So yes, you punch her for max damage, and then you push, kind of elbow her away, and she kind of stumbles about 5 feet away. So now she doesn't get an op attack if you run. You've broken the grapple.
I will run.
Okay, just full speed running.
Yes, say pretty girl, run!
Says pretty girl run. Okay. Dahlia, we come to you.
I'm gonna run after Oksana.
Okay. In that
I know my
case-
limits.
Understood. In that case, if you ladies run, I would like for both of you. We're gonna pause initiative but stay in it. I would love for both of you to make a survival check as you run through these murky waters.
Okay, +2. Oh god, I got a 4.
We're in the water?
You're in like a swampland, so there's like water
okay.
and murk and such. Yeah.
Sorry, I was about to freak out.
4.
4. Okay.
14.
14. And Dahlia, are you proficient in Arcana, or you've just rolled okay in it a few times?
No, I am proficient.
Okay, then please make an Arcana check for me.
Was it my level? No, I am. 19.
19. There is something you are aware of, and that is that a vampire cannot cross over running water. And
Nice.
with your 14 as you're running, you do see a spot where the water is like running. Now, both of you would have to jump over this water or move through it and stuff, so like you might get kind of splashed and stuff. But you think if you get to there, you will at least slow her down long enough that you can just keep going.
Okay. So I'm going to yell to Oksana to alert her to this
Okay.
and tell her that we need to go cross the water.
Understood. So we will basically say, here's how I want to do this, and if you guys want to do anything, basically she's sort of gaining on you. You're coming to a place where you would need to either like jump, kind of like a pretty long jump. Oksana could do it without trouble. It would be pretty hard for you to do a long jump of this distance, or you can just actually walk into the water itself, Dahlia. But you'll go a little slower while doing that, and she might be able to catch up. But Oksana can probably clear it without a check required because her strength score is so high.
Could I clear it and
Can she
help
pick
Dahlia?
me? Can I
Yeah.
have a piggyback
Throw
ride?
her.
Can we-
Tell you what,
Throw me.
if you want to
Yelling.
if you want to scoop up Dahlia and try to jump with her, I would let you make an athletics check for that.
Okay, pretty girl, come on.
Okay.
So,
I'm
I
climb
like-
up on Oksana.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Madam Ether's like, ooh, getting kinky. Don't leave me out.
We're young. Gross. So that is a 15. No, 17.
17, excellent. So you pick her up, and without any issue, kind of like, like she doesn't weigh that much, and so you're not even encumbered. So no whatever required. So you jump you just clear like the full like 15 feet of water. Kind of, you have like a big thing you're slinging, and you jump over. We'll say this took about 3 rounds.
That I did not know was there before.
So she is rushing, and she then like steps into the water and screams, and you see like her body just like steaming. She sort of steps back, so she takes 20 points of acid damage for having gone into the water like that. And this is actually one of the very few ways that I'm actually nice to the players, because I'm so much more strict about vampires rushing water than the book says. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But the point is, she pauses, and though she could probably find her way and track the blood of you, you guys can get away for now. She kind of calls back, "Oh, well, that's a shame. I'm sure I'll see you girls again soon."
Goodbye, you kinky bitch.
You should try it sometime, darling. As you guys, so yes, as the cover of a modern romance novel, which is a like a massive Russian girl like carrying this like beautiful pinup who's dressed in like a Shakespeare dress for some reason, like through a swamp while a dominatrix vampire is on the other side of the swamp going like, curses.
Someone write this fan fiction, please. Someone write it.
We will actually end our episode there.
Yes.
Love
it.
And somewhere in the great marshes of the grave, there's a wand of fireballs. Gonna get picked up by some monster. Who knows what? Well, guys, that was great.
Wow.
Excellent work, team.
Intense. Wow, Dahlia, you made it again.
I thought I was like, we were like, oh, she probably won't die at the very beginning, and then I made I just hopped out the window, and
I was like, obviously we were gonna let you get out of there one way or another, but the flying out the thing from the I was like, all right, this will be good, and because I'll phrase it like this: I thought that was a thing you might ask to do, so I was ready with the tentacle thing, but I was a little like, oh, here we're just getting right into this. Great. Then the tentacle thing struck, and I said, oh, she could die. Oh, yeah. Right. But no, you found a swim away thing. Your escort was not so lucky. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching us on this fine Friday night. This has been a fun session as always. Thanks as always to our players, and thanks to our players for providing me with a couple more precious natural 13s. Because the clock is always spinning. We stand now at the beautiful hour of 4 till 13, which is great.
Told you, if you don't ask, they will come.
You know what? You're right. I gotta stop fishing for him, and that's being borne out tonight.
Philip, let's establish that when you spin it, you do.
Yeah, don't ask
the
for
ring
it
is
either.
there, and then you do this.
So I do. I can do it like that.
Hold your hand vertical.
Yeah.
Like hold it closer and do that.
Yeah,
I don't have my.
I hold like this.
Yeah, but closer closer.
If it's really close, because then it'll focus on the ring, so we'll be able to see it.
Kind of.
Watch more makeup tutorials and you'll get it.
I don't want to watch those because I always watch them and then I'm like, I think if I talked to this girl in real life, she wouldn't have things to say to me. In any case, I mean, maybe I don't think she'd have. No, I'm almost saying that like, hey, I'm my own whatever. Like, listen, guys, it's been a long week. And thank you all so much for playing. If you enjoy the silly stuff we do, first of all, check out A Taste of Paradise, a Blood from a Stone novella, available on our Discord. If you like Star Wars stuff, watch us on Sunday nights when we play Smuggler's Reverse. And on our Discord, you can get some Cantina Band music, which is preposterous. And lastly...
Also, don't forget to follow and subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime and you haven't used it, you have a free subscription that you could just give to us. Sorry, I interrupted, Philip.
No, that's a thing we should always say.
That.
Please, that's a thing. Yeah. Yes, please, everyone, use your free subscription on us.
If you want to.
No, not if you want to. If it's free,
we work hard.
Use it on us.
Free.
Yeah, I'll demand that if it's free, unless you're already using it somewhere else, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. And then on Mondays, check us out for our superhero game, Top Flight, which is coming to the end of its first season. We only have 2 more sessions of that, and last session in that fun game, we had 3 superheroes accept a blessing from 3 monkeys in a Japanese world of darkness. Who one of the monkeys was going like this, one of the monkeys was going like this, one of the monkeys was going like this, and each one would offer a blessing, and 3 heroes said sure.
And if you're sick of me talking, guess which one I chose?
Yeah,
I
they can't talk anymore.
As a player, and
yeah, she's a warlock. She can't Eldritch
subscriber.
Blast. It has a verbal component.
Subscriber just came through.
Oh,
Tiger.
Thank you so much for subscribing.
That's
so
our buddy.
appreciated.
We know who that is. We
Well,
know
well-
who you are, big boy.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
That's great. Well, yes, I guess in that case, thank you all so much for that, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Until then, have a dreadful night. Ooh. Bye-bye.
Your bags are packed, you're at the door, a taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say, I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that, you had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? Not happily ever after anything, but don't give up, not for 1 hour. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find a way to up your power. What you're looking for is in another castle down the line. I feel like we've been running through somebody else's dreams. It isn't what it seems. I can't keep up this game. You're looking for someone to rule a kingdom by your side, but I'm nobody's bride. You need to know you're never gonna change my name, but don't give up, not for 1 minute. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find another chance to win it. But what you're looking for is in another castle down the line. But don't give up, not for 1 second. This game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll do much better than you reckon. But what you're looking for is there. What you're looking for is there. What you're looking for is there. Another castle down the line. But what you're looking for is in another castle down the line. bags are packed, you're at the door, a taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say, I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that, you had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel